Purchase Late Night. You may notice that I'm up here by myself right now. Simone is super sick and isn't going to make it to the show tonight. Things have actually been a little weird around here lately. Maybe it's the new location or graduation looming around the corner, but bottom line is we're kind of off our game. But I think that the real problem is one Derek Sherry. As fans, it's not what you think. As fans of the live show know, Derek is usually the one who brings us back from break in between sketches. You know, like, let's go back from break! That's really where he shines. He's really the unsung hero of the show. And actually, if you listen close on a moonless night, you can hear his raspy voice echoing through the old. Without him, it feels like we're really just shells of our former selves. And my love for Derek aside, the show must go on, and it's time we found a replacement. So, welcome to PLN's Next Top Clapper! Now, I'm not 100% on this because really, who can capture the magic of those 3 claps before the show to sync up the mics like Derek can, but damn it, we have to try. So let's welcome our first contestant, Quinn Reynolds, everybody.
Hey, dudes.
Boring. Cut to the chase.
All right. Let's come back from break.
Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. Snaps, first of all, it's clear that you do not respect the sanctity of the clapping. Quinn.
I was just trying to...
Silence! I can't take any more. You are no Derek. Get out of my sight! Get your dirty snapping fingers out of here. Next!
Hi, I'm Miles. I'm from Long Beach, Long Island. My father was a bag of tricks and my mother was none the wiser.
Boy, you ain't got no arms.
Should I just do my thing?
Go for it.
Let's come back from break! What?
I'm just not 100% sure that that's what we're looking for here.
I learned on the streets.
What?
I don't have all this money for fancy clap in college like the rest of you, but I've got the grit to make it to the top. You'll see.
Yeah, it's a no from me, dog. Sorry.
You'll see me one day.
I don't know how much more I can take of this.
Hey, are we still doing this?
Yeah, of course. Show me what you got.
All right.
Get out! I'm sorry, guys. This was just hopeless. Like, maybe we've just had a good run, and this is it. This is it for PLN, everybody. Derek? Oh, thank God! We'll be right back, everybody! Hello, everybody. My name is Emma Grace Myers, and this is Purchase Late Night. Now, I am a bit lonely up here tonight. Perhaps you saw the show last week where Simone and I signed off saying, I'm a crowded subway car, and I'm flu season. Well, we spoke it into reality, and Simone is sick as a dog. We wish her a speedy recovery, but the show must go on. A carnival cruise fell into what some have called a near anarchy last week, culminating with passengers and security guards engaging in a bare-fisted brawl while others locked themselves in their rooms. Now, it should be clarified that some passengers locked themselves in their rooms for protection, while others, the more unruly passengers, if you will, were locked in their rooms as a form of house arrest. As if vacationing on a huge boat in the middle of the ocean, riddled with disease and food poisoning, wasn't enough of a prison to start with. Passengers on the ship have come forward saying that it was one large family who provoked several other Carnival patrons and security officers. Carnival hasn't released the identities of the family in question, but I have an idea. Oh, come on, try to tell me that Marsha wasn't shady. And the mom was fucking the oldest son behind the scenes. That is classic cruise ship family behavior. In other news, Princess-to-be Meghan Markle's bachelorette party is already in the planning stages, with Markle saying that she, quote, doesn't know exactly what her friends have in store for her, but said that that all of her plans have been sorted out. Can't wait to see all the pictures of Queen Elizabeth stumbling out of a club at 4 a.m. With a penis hat on, of course. Speaking of the Queen, we've heard rumors that she's made all of the strip club plans when it comes to any stops that these women will be making that night. If things go her way, we have a feeling that things might turn out a little bit like this. You know how she loves corgis? She really loves that one. Last week in China, a woman was caught climbing onto the conveyor belt of an X-ray machine at a train station in order to keep her bag from being stolen. That's a real picture. Her health officials have warned passengers in the future not to do this, as the radiation given off by the scanners poses a health risk. Luckily for this woman, she was given the superpower of never having her bag stolen again, so win-win. Boy, it sure would be nice if other government officials could employ this level of transparency with their employees. Actually, wait. Never mind. I hate Donald Trump, but I don't think that anyone should be subjected to see what that guy looks like going through an X-ray machine. I always thought he was just like a skin sack filled with vanilla pudding, but the more I think about it, the more I bet it's actually like this.
Jack! How dare you treat my friends so shamefully! Now look what you've done! My boat! My boat! My boat!
Same. Speaking of Trump, it is President's Day today, and we here at Purchase Late Night thought that we should honor the president in a way that was appropriate for 45. So, hit it, Fergie.
Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
Fergie's performance. Fergie's performance has sparked the decision to officially change the national anthem to something that's easier to sing, but the jury's still out on whether it'll be London Bridge or My Humps. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Abbey, Willis, and Liz Ang will be coming on to talk about the Wellness Center. Our own Sara Gunn will be our featured comic this evening. And Jackson Coe will play us out. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I'm the host with the better immune system. See you in a second.
PLN Winter Olympics.
He got me this time.
You win.
Fuck yeah!
2, 1, go.
Oh shit. I've rolled my joint. Yeah, this baby's fucking what?
Does anyone have a lighter? Does you have a lighter?
I do have a lighter.
Can we do it for the bit?
Remember to inhale, dude.
How to keep it lit.
contest. Pee in the snow.
Hey, no! Get. Ah!
Are you eating it?
Tangy.
Oh my god! It's a winter miracle!
Welcome back, everybody. So Valentine's Day was this past week, and it can be a little bit tough if you're single. But it's really important to remember all of the happy, inspirational single people in your life. So here to do just that, remind you of all the reasons why it's great to be single, we have girl who just went through a mutual breakup. Hi, how are you doing?
I am really good, Emma.
So you just went through a breakup with your boyfriend, right?
That was mutual.
Great. So, you wanted to break up with your boyfriend right before Valentine's Day?
I didn't want to. I needed to. He was weighing me down.
I see. So, how did you spend the...
I just said, listen, Brad, okay? You're not who I am anymore. You haven't been for a long time. I need to be free.
Okay.
And then he was like, but baby, I love you so much. Like, you could do so much better than me, and you should do that. Yeah.
All right. So, then what did you do on Valentine's Day then?
I was just like me, you know?
I can assure you that I do not know.
I was like sitting in my room, just having gone through my mutual breakup, and I was thinking like, I need to get out of here. And so I got on a train and I just got off at like whatever stop felt right.
Oh, where'd you end up?
A quaint little town, but you've never heard of it. New York City.
Great.
And I got off and I smelled that fresh Manhattan air and I thought to myself, now this is where I belong. And I just appreciated everything.
It's great. So what did you do while you were there?
Oh, Emma, I just let the city take me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Having just been through a mutual breakup, I'm not really looking for anything right now. I just let things come to me.
Ooh. What does that mean?
It means that I just like love being single, you know? I got on Tinder recently.
Why?
Because I love having like a great conversation with a guy and then being like, sorry, we can't get coffee. I just went through a mutual breakup and I'm really and then when they stop responding to my messages, I just friend request them on Facebook.
Why would you do that?
Because human connection, Emma, is the only thing that we really have. Something Bradley could never understand.
Right. So, I mean, even when breakups are mutual, they still kind of suck, though, right? Like...
No, not for me, Emma.
Okay.
Not a moment passes where I think about that handsome, charming, beautiful man.
What are you looking at?
He was like just so kind, and I had to like beg him to break up with me because he like didn't want to hurt my feelings, but I had to like assure him that he wouldn't. Like he was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I love him so much. Oh my god, I like sent him a message on Valentine's Day, and I was like, Brad, I made a huge mistake. Like we should get back together, but then he like left me on red. Like what does that mean? Oh my god. Oh my god!
No, it's
I love him so much! Calm down. Okay, I'm calm.
Are you sure? Are you gonna be okay?
No, you know what, Emma? I'm gonna go get my man. Okay? I'm gonna...
We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Our guests tonight are interns at the Wellness Center. Everybody, please welcome Abby and Liz. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming on the show. So, you guys are here to talk about Take Back Your Body Night.
Yeah, so next week at the Wellness Center is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. So through that, we're doing like a Love Your Body Week. So every day there's going to be a different event of ways to just reclaim your body and take it back and feel good about it. So Liz, you're doing some photography.
Yeah, so next week on Tuesday and Wednesday in the Commuters Lounge, I'm going to be holding a Love Your Body kind of event in which we take photos of features that everybody loves the most about themselves and posting that. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
and those pictures will be displayed at Take Back Your Body Night, which is Wednesday night at 6 in the Wellness Center.
Cool.
So we'll have the artwork displayed, and that night itself will be kind of like a showcase of art and dance or spoken word or anything that kind of relates to body positivity or overcoming, eating disorders or just like body image related issues. And it doesn't have to be that serious. It could just be like, I was made fun of for my nose growing up, and like now I love my nose. Like,
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Like, you don't have to have some serious
Right.
deep issues to just feel good about yourself.
Right. Awesome.
So.
That's really cool. So it's like a whole week of different events leading up to this one big old
Take Back
night.
Your Body Night is the big event of Eating Disorder
Awesome.
Awareness Week. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And there's other stuff that the interns will be doing. Each intern has to do their own event. So there's going to be a ton of events at the Wellness Center. Just anytime that an intern has to do something. And also one of our counselors is doing Live Well at Purchase, which is every Wednesday afternoon around, I think, 3 in the Wellness Center.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this kind of sequence of events every week, talking about each section of the wellness wheel.
So there's 8 sections of the wellness wheel, being emotional wellness, financial wellness, occupational wellness, even things you wouldn't think affect your wellness. So your environment and your room and things that you put on the outside that kind of reflect your inside.
Right.
So even that's important. This week is intellectual wellness, I believe.
Yeah.
Last week was social. So every week will just be a different area of wellness that we have an event centered around at the Wellness Center.
Awesome.
On Wednesdays in the afternoon.
That's really cool. So you guys are interns. So you say you all have to plan an event for this Take Back Your Body week.
Not even just the week, it's for the whole semester.
Oh,
any
my
event
God.
for the whole semester. So next month is National Women's Month or
Right.
Women's History Month, so there will be events based around that.
Cool.
And then in April we have Sexual Assault Awareness Week, which everyone is pretty familiar with, Take Back the Night, and Skirt March and things like that.
Right.
And also Wellness Shock.
Yeah, Wellness Shock at Culture Shock.
Yes.
It's a pretty big event too. So we have a lot going on at the Wellness Center.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
So what is each of your favorite parts about being an intern at the Wellness Center? Why should other people apply for this position in the future?
Yeah, if you just even if you think you don't need some wellness in your life, you really need some wellness in your life. I honestly feel like being at the Wellness Center has just already made me kind of think about my own wellness and myself and how I'm taking care of myself. And
cool.
We go through the wellness wheel together, and it's kind of rate yourself on all the different areas, and it's wow, I see I'm really lacking in this one area.
Yeah,
I'm doing really great in this other area that I didn't know I'm thriving so much in, and it kind of just gives you a check-in with yourself.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
what about you,
just
Liz?
along with Abby, I think that interning at the Wellness Center, you're made really aware of kind of your mental state and your emotional state and how you can improve on it, and being surrounded by people who are kind of like-minded in that section.
Yeah.
I think that being around other interns kind of bolsters that kind of awareness that you have.
Yeah.
And every activity that we do every Wednesday, it definitely kind of makes you more aware. We can work on things together.
Yeah, we work on our listening skills and
right.
Active listening and how to be a good peer mentor. Even every Wednesday the interns have a class together with the counselors, and we do a mindfulness exercise together.
Cool.
It's super chill. It's
some
people have these internships that are hours and hours and hours. I feel like Gina Margarana back there would know what I'm talking about. But this is just you come in and it's start a project. make something,
Yeah,
decorate
awesome.
the wall,
Really
like
relax.
Yeah.
like right now, because I'm preparing for like National Women's Month, I'm gonna start doing women empowerment on the wall. So just like pictures of different women in history that have, you know, been empowering for different reasons.
Cool.
So that's something I'm working on. So I just go in there and I look up all these cool women and like get to write stuff about them. So
Fucking sick.
it's way fun, really fun.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Everybody make sure that you check out Take Back Your Body week next week at the Wellness Center. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. If you break your screen and put in a work order to facilities, our featured comic tonight just might turn up at your door. She works for facilities. She's a writer for the show. Everybody, please welcome Sara Gunn.
Hi guys. Hey. I've been doing stand-up for a little bit. I started when I was 16 and I'm 19 now. And I think when people hear that you've done something for as long as 3 years, they assume that you're going to get better at it, which I can confirm is not true. You know, I'd like to think that I've like matured a little bit. Like I'm definitely like evolving my tastes. Like in high school, I always just joked about like being a lesbian in high school. But I would never joke about that kind of stuff now, right? Because I'm a lesbian in college. Yeah, so I started dating recently, and I thought it would be so easy because dating in high school is like really hard when you're gay. Like you don't really date when you're gay in high school. You kind of just like stare at other gay-looking kids and like wonder if they're also in pain. Yeah, like I remember there was this girl who I thought was cool, and she sat in front of me in 4th period English class, and I would just stare at the back of her head the entire period, and the emotional turmoil that I put myself through by the end of that class was the equivalent to an entire marriage. And so I just assumed that I was like well equipped to date. But I was wrong. I joined Tinder and I went on a date with this girl. The first date was fine. We just talked. But she told me that her favorite TV show was America's Got Talent. And her favorite part of this show was the golden buzzer, which is when a judge loves a contestant's audition so much that they smash a golden buzzer and confetti rains down and everyone yells and cries and it's like this really emotional experience and it's her favorite thing. And she told me that she likes to sit alone in her room and watch videos of that moment, the golden buzzer moment, and cry. Which I was like, ha ha ha, whatever, then I forgot about it. Until the second date. And then on the second date, we were supposed to go on a hike, and I showed up at her dorm, and she opens the door in pajamas, not hiking clothes. And I'm like, what's up? I thought we were going to go on a hike. And she was like, no, I think we should just like stay in. I've been feeling a little sick, like, how about we watch some videos? I didn't know. And so I walked in, and she like hopped up on the bed, and I noticed that there's like a box of tissues, and there's like used ones scattered around. And she opens her laptop and paused on the screen as a video entitled America's Got Talent Golden Buzzer Compilation. And so I start panicking, but there's nowhere to go. And so I just sit on her bed, and she hits play, and I kid you not, the second she hits play, she immediately starts weeping. Like, intense bawling, like you would have thought that she was the wife of a soldier and she was just handed a flag. Like, it was so intense. And I don't know why I didn't leave. Like, I was just petrified, and once the video ended and she was done crying, she wiped her eyes, and she closed the laptop very calmly, and then she looked to me, and she asked, would you like to hang out again? A reasonable question. And so, of course, after like a weird event like that, I said, of course, I would love to hang out again. And then I smashed a golden buzzer and confetti went. And then we weeped into each other's faces as we made out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm with a much better person now. I think the best part of dating someone who isn't a psychotic weirdo is that you can share stories of when you used to date psychotic weirdos. Like my girlfriend, currently, she went on a date with this guy in high school, and they were at the movie theaters, and he, in the middle of the movie, he leans over and whispers in her ear, "Do you want me to blow your mind?" And she said that she was like really confused and like wasn't sure what was happening and scared, and she just kind of like said yes apprehensively. But I think it's fair to say that if a high school boy asks you if you want him to blow your mind and he's not about to do a magic trick, you should say no, because he's not gonna blow your mind. But what he did instead was he leaned in and he really softly licked the shell of her ear. And she said that it was so slight that she wasn't sure if he had actually done anything. And then once he was done, he like leaned back and like nodded as if he had just done the best thing a man can ever do for a woman. But I think it's fair to say, right, that that's not the best thing that you can do for a woman. I don't have to tell you guys that, right? I don't have to tell you guys that. That's not the best thing. The best thing that you can do for a woman, right, is take her back to your place, right, sit her down, and force her to watch you cry. Thank you.
Musical guest tonight is a studio comp major here at Purchase, and one time he ran into Gene Simmons in a bathroom. Everybody please welcome Jackson Coe.
3 a.m. rolls around, I'm motionless, stuck under the cover. It's been an hour since the last hit, I'm gripping the sheets. This feeling starts to shift. I focus on fucking up, worried why do I constantly relive the negatives. It's been alright, there's no reason, and here I sleep worried, my eyes will see them, and the wolves rage on. And the wolves rage on. Voices shoot me right back, run around deserted streets, I'm searching for answers to keep me on track. My heart has been racing, it's been racing since I left. Suburban lights warm the night, and I sprint around every corner in anxious fright. Will I ever escape? Will they ever leave me alone? And the wolves rage on. And the wolves rage on. And the wolves rage on.
want to hear more?
I'm currently making it, so
So you gotta wait.
so you gotta wait. Instagram Jackson Coe 28, Facebook Jackson Coe COE. But I co-wrote a musical with Mackenzie Hunnicky, To Be Heard, going up March 21st. So
Woo!
check that out.
Check out To Be Heard. Give them another round of applause, everybody. Well, everyone, that is our show. Make sure you follow Purchase Late Night on all of our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Come back next week for an all-new show here at the Alumni Village Community Center. Have a great night.